For this video, I dimmed the lights just to make it that much more spooky. Welcome back to the True Brodown. Today we're going to delve into the realm of the paranormal. Nice! So this is something that my wife is into.
Hey, don't go dragging me into this.
I'm not a big believer, but I do find these videos very interesting. So, very curious to see if there's anything in this video that's going to convince me that there's anything paranormal out there. So, without further ado, let's go.
Top 10 ghosts caught on camera. Lurking in the woods. Justin Fender's TikTok account is dedicated to cars, bikes, do-it-yourself projects, and his family. Absolutely nothing paranormal or supernatural. However, 3 months ago, Justin bought himself a 2002 Nissan Xterra and filmed himself as he installed brand new reverse lights.
Today I'm putting some rear LED lights on my Nissan Xterra. These are the flush mount LEDs I bought off of eBay. They're pretty cheap. The lights are installed. I'm gonna take them back out and paint the bumper.
So one of Justin's viewers asks how well the reverse lights work at night.
Kind of like polishing a turd.
Show just how bright the lights are. His TikTok viewers are shocked when the reverse lights illuminate something downright chilling.
The lights are definitely functional, but unfortunately I live in a city and there are street lights everywhere. But I can find a place to go test them. Okay, I found some really dark woods. I just put some tinfoil over the reverse lights. So I'm gonna show you what the stock reverse lights look like, and then I'm gonna uncover them and show you what the added reverse lights look like. These are the stock reverse lights.
Literally can't see anything.
And these are the ones I just installed.
Ooh, there's
Look
somebody
how
by that
friggin' bright
tree.
that is. This is amazing. Yeah, so these are not just for looks.
That looked like a person.
Did you see it? As Justin turns on the lights, an arm wrapped around a tree can be seen
That's a person.
sliding its way slowly out of sight. After many comments from freaked out viewers, Justin finally sees the arm and decides to go back to investigate during the day.
Okay, I'm leaving work. 2 blocks that way is where the arm was.
Yeah, that was a person. I don't believe that was anything paranormal. So.
Okay, this road goes down to the lake, which is right there, and a public boat landing. This is where my truck was backed in. Well, it's actually a path, and that is the tree with the stick leaned up against it. As you can see, people illegally dump stuff out here all the time. Mostly trash, but a lot of animal carcasses too. And this is the tree.
That's an arm. Yeah, he found him a hobo, homeless person, somebody.
Here we are behind the tree.
That's not
where
paranormal.
my Xterra was backed in. I'm about 5'10". I'm not a very superstitious person, so you're not gonna get much out of me. I just think, if anything, somebody back here.
Now, even after all of that, Justin still believes the arm simply could have belonged to someone that happened to be out in the dark woods.
And
But
he was right.
what do you think? Could it be a creature, a ghost, or perhaps even creepier, is it just someone hiding in the dark woods? Let me know down in the comments. Cries from beyond.
Cries from
This next video was sent in by Nukes Top 5 viewer Peter Canova. Peter explains in his email that his friend was remodeling a house in Des Moines, Iowa that had been abandoned for over 10 years. Peter's friend shared a chilling video that was recorded by a tile installer named Javier.
Si se escucha más.
I don't speak Spanish.
Estoy aquí en la casa de remodelación.
Oh, good, they have
Te
subtitles.
acabo de rellenar, hicimos ese shower y esto. Y desde hace rato vengo escuchando un llanto como de niño. Oigan. Pero el pedo es de que aquí en la casa esta, pues, no hay, están Están todos los cuartos vacíos. Y me da miedo ir al basement, pero... Verga, a ver, deja checar. Porque allá afuera no hay nada.
Well, it's down there, whatever it is. Go on. Rambo it, brother. Yeah, go find out what that is. No, brother, open it. It's in there.
La verga. No hay nada.
Oh, what the hell, man? Go back. No, it was in that room you were in. Yeah, go check in that freezer or whatever the hell that is to the left.
Wait, no mames.
I said, screw that.
No mames.
I don't know what he's saying, but I agree.
The loud cries of a child can be heard coming from the basement. Javier checks every room.
Okay. Right there, whatever that is, I don't know what that is, but whatever that is to the left, it looks like that's where it was coming from. So I don't know what Javier was thinking, but it was loud in that room, and somewhere under that bench, whatever that is that's covered right there, Javier needs to go in there and take a look in there, because that's where it was coming from. So I don't know, Javier. I'd have called 911 and said, hey, I got something you need to come check out. I don't think it's paranormal, though. I think there's a child in there. We'll see what Nuke has to say.
Room but finds no one. Suddenly there's an unexplained loud bang from somewhere, and Javier makes a run for it. Javier refuses to ever return to the house again.
Wait, no mames.
Before we move on to the next video, if you see anything that you think should be included in the top 5, contact us at nukestop5@gmail.com. Oh dear. Terrence Leonio from Windsor, Ontario, Canada often goes out into the woods to record himself overtone singing for TikTok and YouTube. One day he decides to stream live, and as he starts to sing, he seems to capture the attention of a passing deer.
Pretty sure he was looking for where the sound was coming from, but I stopped and started talking and I was confused. Alright.
That deer's like,
And
what
there's the
hell?
deer. But did you see it? Terrence seems to have caught the
shit,
attention
there's
of
something behind
something
him.
else lurking in the woods. Several strange, slim figures seem to be hiding in the trees behind the deer. Terrence's TikTok viewer.
Oh, hell no. He found The Walking Dead. I don't know what Javier found, but that looks like The Walking Dead.
Alrighty then. Believe the mysterious creatures could be cryptids, Sasquatch, or even skinwalkers. But what do you think Terrence's singing could have summoned from the deep Canadian woods? A doorway.
I don't know, the cat was summoning
This next
something.
bizarre clip comes from a small YouTube channel that is not even necessarily dedicated to ghost hunting or the supernatural. Partners Rain and Jenno post random videos to their personal channel, Sinister RP. These videos range from art and music to their own personal
So Nukes is trying to tell me that they're not somebody that goes out and investigates paranormal, but their handle for their channel is Sinister RP. You smell that? I smell bullshit.
That's what turns me on about you. Your attention to detail.
passion, which is exploring haunted places. Now, Rain and Jeno do not claim that they are, quote, professional ghost hunters. In fact, they are a bit skeptical themselves, and they even invite their viewers to debunk any paranormal evidence that they find.
When we go, we don't always find the craziest stuff. I mean, let us know. Let us know what you think. You know what I mean? By all means, if we can debunk this, I would love to be able to. And if we can't, I mean,
That man buttoned the top button on his shirt and he's not wearing a tie.
And their YouTube viewers cannot explain. First,
To each their own.
captures some odd sounds in this abandoned farmhouse.
this time we ended up capturing something else, something really weird.
The hell was that?
What? If you heard a squeak, I was...
No, I heard a bang. Hello?
Yeah, that wasn't a squeak.
Not much else happens, but then, by accident, the couple captures this.
Hey, there's somebody peeking in the window.
Some dark humanoid shape seems to appear near the door,
Yes, I
and
did.
then quickly moves away and disappears into nothing. Rain and Jeno try to debunk the figure, and even invite their audience to do the same.
Now, of course, the first thing that's running through my head is,
Well, let me go ahead and debunk that for you guys. There was somebody standing outside your window.
The big yellow one is a sun. The one in the middle is the one that they call a sun.
I don't believe that was paranormal. I believe that was somebody that was curious as to what the hell this guy who has his shirt buttoned all the way up to the top of his neck is doing in this old abandoned farmhouse.
What are you doing here?
I would be curious of that myself. So I get it. I just don't think that's paranormal. I think the bang they heard was someone came in, saw there were two people inside and said, what the hell's going on here? So they slipped over to the window, and when they got to the window, saw this guy with the buttons buttoned up and the chick with the nose ring, and was like, you know what, I've seen enough, and he bounced. Open and shut case, Johnson.
that might be one of her shadows, but... And that's what's still been going through my head, but I don't know. You know, everybody else now that is saying, that's not your shadow. That has its own movement to it. And
if you watch, I move and it stays still. And then it moves and disappears.
But there is just no rational
No one thought to tell you that it was somebody else?
So, what do you think? Check out this full
No
video
rational
over on the
whatsoever.
YouTube channel, Sinister
Some dude standing in the window doing
RP,
this.
Urban Exploration
ghost.
gone wrong. Urban
be
explorer Andy Persons heads out to Albany, New York to see the old Tobin's First Prize Center, which is a meatpacking facility that was built in 1924 and was later left completely abandoned. Together with his two friends, he makes his way through the massive old crumbling factory, and he discovers something truly unnerving.
They look scared already.
They might not be the only ones there.
This is the fun part.
Oh, hell no, I'm not going down those stairs. Dude,
So this is where things kind of got a little weird.
where you walk down
We were
the
coming down
broken
these
stairs?
staircases.
Yeah.
I shined my flashlight to the
Little
left,
weird.
and out of the corner of my eye, all I could see was someone in a black trench coat quickly rush over through the door and hide in the corner.
That's a shadow. Yeah, you called somebody in there.
I shined my flashlight down the elevator shaft that was right next to me, and all of a sudden, we all started hearing a bunch of voices and just people that were inside of the walls.
Or inside the rooms.
We just decided to get out there pretty quickly and let them be.
A man who seems to be wearing a dark trench coat quickly disappears out of sight. Then the group hears voices coming from the walls all around them. Spooked by the creepy event, they decide to just get out of there. Now, whether what they caught is paranormal, I'm not sure. But as I've said before, sometimes real people are much more frightening.
I agree.
Anyway, you can watch the entire exploration of this creepy abandoned factory over on the YouTube channel, Andy Persons. Through the Looking Glass. Late one night, TikTok user Apple DeCastro decides to weigh herself on a scale in her family home in the Philippines. She stands in front of a mirror, and what happens next is truly bizarre.
It's potato quality camera.
Apple's reflection in the mirror seems to move out of time with her body. Now, of course, this could just be a weird CCTV compression glitch, but her brother Joshua actually sees it happen with his own eyes. Another camera angle records his reaction.
Well, that's a better quality camera. Yeah, that's much ado about nothing. I just don't see. That was too bad a quality, and with compression issues, cameras have these types of issues. So I don't know on this one. I've got CCTV around the house, and mine tend to have that problem too. They'll glitch. The compression goes bad. Sometimes it's a good image.
Joshua can't believe what he's seeing, and he quickly goes to warn his sister. Together, they check the footage recorded by their CCTV cameras and post their creepy experience to TikTok. So could this be a glitch in the Matrix? A haunted mirror? Or just a really, really strange camera glitch? As always, I leave it to you to decide.
Yeah, I'm gonna decide.
No entry. As with most Japanese videos, I have no idea what the source.
I love Japanese ones. Japanese ones are always, almost always fake.
Fair enough.
They're kings of faking these things. It's awesome. Now I like the Middle Easterners because those, if they fake those are really good fakes. They're kind of creepy. But yeah, whatever we're about to watch, I can almost 100% tell you before I even see it that it is faked. I just really don't see a whole. I've seen a couple of Japanese ones that piqued my curiosity, but for the most part, these are not usually valid. So let's see.
For this next creepy clip. The clip shows two guys approaching an old school building that is under renovation and is allegedly haunted. Even though there's tape at the entrance saying no entry, the two friends step inside anyway. What happens next is absolutely terrifying.
Let me guess, a girl with long black hair and a white dress. She haunts all these videos. The Ring Girl. They've got great audio. Little potato on the camera, but the audio is good.
開いてたの。
開いてたら入るでしょ。
もう入ってくださいって言ってんだから。こ
こも2階あるじゃん。
どうぞ。
お、2階なんでこの部屋なんだ。行動ってある。
行動って何？
わ、めっちゃ広い。
おお。
お前、強い部屋かなんか言ってなかった。
確かに。でもここか？本当だ。なんだっけ？コーンだっけ？
これなんだっけ？
何？
この蜂みたいな黄色と黒のなんか。
いや、知らねえ。俺は知るわけねえんだろ。コーチなんてやったことねえよ。
He's got a great microphone.
コーチで働くみたいな。
It's always the ring girl.
A mysterious woman wearing a white dress silently approaches the two friends from the darkness. She seems to have no visible arms. The two guys run in fear and scream for help. What happens next, we'll just never know. And whether the footage is real or not,
I'll tell you what happens next, Nuke. What happens next is they go back in, they say, cut! And then she like takes her arms off of her sides and comes out and they all leave together.
Night Shift.
Night Shift.
This next spooky video was sent in by Nukes Top 5 viewer Zoe from Perth, Australia. Zoe says that she's a registered nurse working the night shift at a nursing home. She says that there is one particular room in the nursing home that gives the entire staff the creeps.
Nursing homes are
The staff says that they feel watched while in the room, and that the room often feels extremely cold for no reason. Some have even witnessed chairs moving around by themselves.
Nursing homes are usually hot.
Night, Zoe and the rest of the staff are gathered in the office when they notice something very strange on the CCTV. The lights in the room start to flicker and dim in a bizarre pattern, and then some dark shape seems to pass in front of the camera, not once, but twice. Now, could this be something paranormal, or just a strange lighting malfunction? And just what are those two dark shapes? Tell me what you think.
Don't know on that one.
The Boy Next Door. Paranormal investigators K&L from the YouTube channel K&L Ghost Hunters spend the night at the historic Red Lion Hotel in Colchester, England. Built way back in 1465, it's no surprise that the hotel has a long history of tragic events and paranormal activity. Just to give one example, several hundred years ago, a horrible fire ravaged the hotel and took the lives of several young children. These days, it's said that the spirit of a young boy wanders the restaurant of the hotel. He is often seen and photographed by guests. Most of all, the spirit of the young boy is often seen by children.
Why is it every time you see one of these videos that has a ghost, it's always, there's a story. You know, this was Bob. Bob used to build supplies and he died in some horrendous way, so it's definitely Bob. If you hear a weird noise or if you see a shadow, that's Bob. You know, this country, just in the United States, is only 2,000 years old, but this earth is millions of years old. Man, it could be something from the caveman days. If there's really a ghost there, it's very possible it could be somebody from, who knows, 8, 9, 10,000 years ago. You just don't really know, so it's hard to say that what's haunting the place is Bob, because Bob slipped on a banana peel, fell down a staircase and broke his neck. I mean, the logistics alone are just too over the top for me. So yeah, I mean, there may be something there, but let's not start naming it The Boy. I mean, for real, whatever we're about to see here, I guarantee you, is not going to be a boy. Let's watch.
K and L leave a static camera to record in the restaurant as they investigate the basement of the hotel. Later, when they check their footage, they are shocked by what they've caught. A small head about the height of a young child can be seen peeking through the glass windows of one of the restaurant doors. Paranormal investigators K and L believe that they might have captured the spirit of the young boy that guests claim to have seen over the years. But what do you think this small figure could be? Let me know. You can watch this entire investigation and many more over on the YouTube channel K and L Ghost Hunters. Dead in the water. In another strange video shared to the internet without a source, someone can be seen taking off their shoes after having walked through a waterfall in Malaysia and discovering small clumps of leeches stuck to their feet. And if that isn't horrifying enough, there's something else in this video that's very disturbing.
The smell. She ain't even trying to get them off. Hey look, it's our woman in white from the previous video. Malaysia.
Did you see it? Someone or something can be seen sitting on a rock inside the waterfall. Whoever or whatever it is appears to be wearing a white dress and has long dark hair and dark arms. Now, without a source, it's impossible to establish whether this footage is real, fake, or even explainable. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Thanks so much for watching my upload schedule.
Well, there you have it. Like I said, I'm not a big believer. I do believe in energy. I do believe that the mind is very powerful and it can play tricks on you. And I do believe that repetition can create this energy, sort of like when people go up and down a hallway for years and years and you're in the house by yourself and you hear footsteps in the hallway. I believe that that could just be leftover energy making those noises. I've had some encounters that I'll tell you about at some point that I find very interesting, but I still just can't wrap my head around the fact that there are ghosts. I just know that I don't know that I can believe that, but that's me. I mean, if you believe in ghosts, then more power to you. I mean, a lot of people cling to that belief because they want to believe in something else. They want answers to some of the things that they've gone through in life, and I get that. So no disrespect to anyone that does believe, it's just I'm very hard pressed to believe. So if you have a video or if you know something I can watch that may change my mind and make me a believer, please leave it in the comments. I'd love to review it and sweet. Kind of see what I think. But a lot of this stuff that I watch is more comical than anything. As you see, I'm in the dark. I wanted to be scared. I wanted something to jump out at me and freak me out. And really the only thing I saw that I can't really explain was the shadow passing in front of the camera at the nursing home. I don't know. I mean, that could easily be manipulated. I mean, that could be done in post on the video. Don't know if that's the original video or not. The two women in white were absolutely fakes. There's no question in my mind. You'll never get me to believe that this one Asian woman with long black hair and a white dress pops up in 90% of the videos I see of Asians talking about having an experience with a ghost. So, I mean, that just seems a little coincidental to me, so.
Whew, but I'll call the Coast Guard.
But you tell me what you think. Leave a comment, let me know if you can, find something that you'd like for me to review to get my opinion on, to see if maybe you can change my mind when it comes to all of these ghost stories. And until then, people, it's been a blast. Till next time, peace!